books, books, books. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and this is Secretly Wild. Thank you for being here. It's my first video on my first YouTube channel ever, so I thought we would start off this channel by doing a BookTube Newbie Tag. So let's just get into it. Oh, and if you see me looking down, it's because I have the questions listed like right in front of me, so I'm just reading off the questions. Question number 1. Why did you start this channel? Well, I really love books, so I wanted to make a channel based on something that I love, and I love books, so why not make a booktube? Plus, I love watching booktubes. I have a few of my favorites that I watch every week when they post videos. It's just really fun, and I love talking about books and reading and just discussing characters, certain sentences, the way that they're structured. It's fun. And I really like being creative, so I figured making videos would be a way for me to express my creativity. And I wanted to make more friends, especially friends who have similar interests in me, so books. Books, books, books. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I just graduated from college. I got my bachelor's degree in literature, so something that I feel like that I can bring to BookTube is university reads. So I am planning on making a video based on books that I read throughout my college experience. So I feel like that's something different that I can bring to BookTube, not just what's popular at Barnes & Nobles right now. Something that, oh, you might read this in an educational setting. Switching over to what is popular at Barnes & Nobles right now, I do read some of those books, but I haven't read a lot of the most hyped or popular books, like, I haven't read any Sarah J. Maas, and please don't hate me for that. I do plan on reading Sarah J. Maas. I just haven't really had any reason to read it before. I don't know. But she is an author that I really do want to read her books and everything. So yeah, in terms of that sense, I haven't read a lot of the more hyped or popular books, so what I can bring is book recommendations about books that aren't as popular, that you might not really hear about as much. And then in terms of reading books by Sarah J. Maas or other really popular authors, I can give fresh reviews on them. So I'm not someone who's like, oh, I read this a few years ago and I loved it, and you all need to read it. I'm like, no, like I'm gonna read it right now and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Question number 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? So I'm excited about just getting to talk about books, meeting new people, and receiving a lot of like more book recommendations from the people who watch my videos, and also giving book recommendations, because I feel like I read a lot of interesting books that a lot of people haven't read or like want to read but haven't actually gotten to it, and so I feel like, hey, this book is really good, you should read it, like I can provide that. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? I love reading because it really is just a way to escape reality, especially during these COVID times. Like, reading has just opened up multiple worlds for me to kind of ease my anxiety about what is happening in reality, and it causes just a lot of happiness in my life. I'm really happy when I'm reading books, so yeah, that's why I read. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? So let's see. Twilight. Loved Twilight. The Hunger Games, definitely had to read all of those books before I can see the movies, which I'm not that type of person all the time. Like, I have to read the books before I see the movie, even though I try my hardest to, because I feel like most of the time the books are better, and then when you watch the movie and you then read the book, you kind of know what's happening. I don't know. I don't know, I try my best, but it doesn't happen all the time. Oh, and then another series that like got me really into reading is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. I love that series. It's an adaptation of The Wizard of Oz, and Dorothy is actually evil, and there's another girl from Kansas who gets flown in on a twister and has to save Oz. It's such a great series. There's let's see, 3 books. Wait a minute. 3 books. No, wait, no. 4 books. There are 4 books to the series, and then there's 3 like prequels. So they're just novellas and stuff, but they're really interesting, and I love it. Anything by Danielle Page, I support. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? So my favorite booktubers are Fictional Fates, Haley in Bookland, and Noelle Gallagher. So I guess my question for Fictional Fates would be, what motivates you to post your writing vlogs? Because that is something that I kind of want to do, but I feel like when I think about it in my head, it's not going to be interesting. But I always like watching your writing vlogs, so I just wanted to know like what motivates you and makes you so sure like, yeah, people are gonna like this, or is anything in that sense. And for Haley in Bookland and Noelle, it's kind of like a question put together. As women, what were you feeling when you first started your channel, and like how were you able to overcome that in terms of like just putting yourself out into the world and just getting possibly scrutinized? I don't know if you guys have or haven't, but I'm assuming everyone gets scrutinized on the internet. So I was just wondering like how as women you've been able to deal with that and overcome it. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So kind of going back to the question that I asked Haley and Noelle, it's most likely hate. Getting hate will probably be a little difficult to overcome. I mean, it's never fun when people are telling you that they don't like you or saying really mean things to you. So I feel like that'll be something I'll need to adjust and kind of grow thicker skin for. But just putting this out there, if you're writing mean comments in my comment section of my videos because you just don't like the video I put out, or you think it could have been done differently, I don't know, I feel like if you're gonna put mean stuff in the comments, make it a little bit constructive, maybe, that way like I can put out better content for you, and that way you're not angry all the time. But if you're just being flat out rude, like, please just get off my channel. Like, I don't need that. And why are you wasting your breath on someone you don't even like? So please leave. Question number 8. When did you start reading? Let's just, probably before I was even 1 that I started reading. I was like a really young kid when I started reading, but reading has been something that's always been encouraged in my family. My grandma was an English teacher, my mom really loves to read, and it's just something that, I don't know, has always been there. So I've been reading since I was born, basically. Question number 9. Where do you read? So I like to read in bed, and I also like to read on the couch. I kind of have to be like snuggled up and comfy, just because, I don't know, comfortable. It's nice to read in bed. Also, I do tend to get a little sleepy while I'm reading, so it's just easier if I'm in bed or on the couch and I could take a quick nap and then wake up and go back to reading. But yeah, that's where I like to read. Ooh, last question. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like reading? I love thriller, true crime, and classics. Those are like my top 3 favorite genres. They're really comforting in a way, and yeah, they're what I'm most attracted to when I'm searching for a book. I'm like, ooh, thriller? Yes, please give me. Oh wow, okay. So that's the end of the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, I wanted to kind of give some shout outs to some people who have been an inspiration to me wanting to start this channel. So I've already mentioned Fictional Fates, Haley in Bookland, and Noelle Gallagher. I love watching their channels. If you haven't checked them out, you have to because they're amazing. So I'll leave their links down below. Also, Books with Chloe and Paperback Dreams. I'm obsessed with their channels as well. I love everything that they post. So you should definitely check them out as well. And then shout out to my best friend Mia. We met in college, and so she convinced me to start a Bookstagram, and so that is what's led me here to YouTube. So I just wanted to thank her, and I'll leave her Bookstagram handle in the description box because you definitely have to check her out. She's amazing and really creative and just amazing. She's my best friend, so please check her out because it would mean a lot to me and to her probably. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye!